buenas tardes a todos. Un placer estar aquí con
Good
todos
afternoon, everyone. A pleasure to be here in Fitur 2023. I'm Susanna Mander, and today I have the pleasure to have with me María Zarraluqui, Vice President of Development of Meliá. Thank you for being with us. We're going to spend some time to talk about all the expansion news and understand how you will surprise us in this year 2023. 2022 has been a very intense year for you and your team, with over 8,000 signed rooms. What have been the most important milestones of this past year? As you say, it's been a special year for us, with almost 8,500 rooms in total, with important milestones for the group. We've signed a strategic agreement with Vinpearl in Vietnam, turning us into the second most important operator in the country. We have signed and we will open up our first hotel in Seychelles, which was always a dream, a destination that we had not been able to been in before. We've consolidated our presence as a franchise with 6 hotels in the franchise, and we are very proud to say that we've still grown yet further in America with important portfolio, 3 hotels in Mexico, and wanting to grow in other places as well. And adding another exotic destination to your portfolio, Seychelles is a destination that many of you will get to learn soon. In 2025, the Seychelles Hotel will open up. And Vietnam is also wonderful because it's a country that has grown very much in tourism, and our presence there is expanding our reputation and the future expansion in the area. And speaking of Vinpearl, what the signing of this new agreement in Vietnam meant what? How has your presence evolved? We've been in the country for a long time with a vision of growing even more in the country. And Vinpearl has given us the exponential growth platform that we were searching for. We're speaking of 4,500 rooms, 15 hotels, and we are signing, or we have signed with the main conglomerate in the country, with a great possibility of growing together and with existing hotels, which means we have doubled our operating efforts. Thanks to this agreement and others we've signed, because we also signed another agreement of 900 rooms in the month of December. So we've become the second operator by importance in the country. We've created our cluster in Ho Chi Minh with an operational team that's very powerful and with an important local team. We believe we are a very local company as well. So it's been a very positive agreement. And will Asia Pacific continue being a strategic focus in the expansion in the company? Yes, of course, we want to continue leading. I believe we have managed to do so, and we will continue to lead in the vacational destination. The Southeast of Asia is a key. We will grow in Vietnam and in Thailand, where we have a strategic agreement with a TCC Land. We have many hotels in Indonesia. We want to continue growing in other places like Korea, China. Japan has been a destination that we've not been successful in, but with new launches like the Cell launch together with Rafa Nadal, we believe the possibility of growing on destination is very important. And speaking of Cell, last year, Meliá Group presented 2 new hotel brands that our CEO presented: Falcons Beyond, a new concept including leisure and entertainment, and Cell, 100% Mediterranean, together with the great Rafa Nadal. Don't tell us everything, but can you tell us a little bit what expansion these brands can have in the future? I suppose for the expansion leaders in the group, having two such new brands is very important. These are two very different concepts, but it's true that the two are in the premium segment of the company. One is Falcons, which is a hotel plus entertainment, which is entertainment, but at a small scale, considering the large theme parks. So we think it's important. We invested in the brand as a group, and we will open up the first opportunities in Punta Cana and in Magaluf. The growth is there. We're speaking of projects in Saudi Arabia and in Spain, but we are more selective because it has to have that double nature that not all destinations have. And then we have Zell, which I just love personally. I think the role of Rafa Nadal and the Escarrer family, with that vision of a shared Mediterranean culture, is an added value. The market is very attracted by this brand, and we are very ambitious. And we spoke of if we can have a 360, 80 hotels in the next years. Wonderful. So there will be very much to visit in the next years with Rafa Nadal and Meliá International. Finally, a wish list. Which is your wish list for this year in terms of expansion? I would like to continue doing our homework well, showing that we are a company that can bring an added value, who have a serious profile as a listed company, but we focus on a distinct experience, and we want to continue growing with strategic partners. If we, as a group, can convince people who, in other cases, have already worked with us, or future new partners who would join us in a solid and sustainable and quality expansion in the long run, those would be that would be my wish list. Of course, it's ambitious, but this is fundamental. Any special destination that you would like to share? Where would you like to have a Meliá hotel? There are many destinations. Of course, we would like to continue growing, taking into account that vacation profile. We want to continue growing in Seychelles, Maldives, Mauritius. But something that's picking up is Saudi Arabia as a destination. We've seen many changes culturally, and this has taken us to have a strategic vision. And we also signed this year a strategic agreement with the TDF, which is the fund of the Ministry of Tourism, to move into the country. That's wonderful. The world is so big, and thank you so much for all your efforts. Very much luck for this year. Thank you all for your attention. Meliá and Fitur, and greetings from Meliá International. Thank you.